Hey there, Ascension Pioneers. Today I'm going to do this so promised twin flame video, another one in my series of twin flame videos, about the challenges between these couplings and growing through twin flame challenges, which was my article. It was in the section of questions and answers on my webpage. I do share the link below. Please do check that out, because many couples are now growing in love through these couplings and through mutual challenges that are very diverse and unique for each and every coupling, because their mission and purpose is unique as they are as an essence of creation. So when I was doing that writing, it was because a sister of light has asked me to share that. And I would really like to offer further guidance on twin flames, because the thing is, I was asking myself a lot why I received so many questions on twin flames, why this is probably the most uh, topic of interest among the most people, and why I received so many emails about that. And recently I was doing a nomadic writing about something else, and a message came through saying, well, this is your purpose and you're to do guidance on that and teach about that through embodiment, because I'm going through these experiences on my own. And as we know, right now in this age, we can only teach through our direct embodiment, not through the mental and speaking about what we've read or learned, but what we are directly going through on our own. This is the way of the new, everyone. So this was my article that is shared on my webpage. It was about growing in love, growing through these challenges, growing through twin flame challenges. And this lady friend of mine, she asked me what if she and her beloved might split up because of some dynamics that is going on between them. And I shared with her this answer that I got, and she asked me also, what does my intuition feel about that? And I said, well, my intuition directly doesn't feel anything for your experience, because you have to know I have this channel intentionally closed because my purpose is to guide people within, to really grow through their own unique inner knowing, because it's all written in our own inner remembrance. And my purpose is not to give soul readings or guidance and my own advice, but it's to help you through these truths, to assist you on your journey, how you can better assist yourself through your own knowing, and to remember it, and to remember your twin flame, your divine counterpart. So I was writing about this and how these challenges might be numerous and very different, because these couplings need to grow in divine love in unison together. So that's why they have these experiences and challenges. And a lot of the people don't understand this. And therefore, it's very quick and easy for them to fall into the drama aspect of this instead of the union and divine love and companionship, which is what this union is about. And of course, in essence, it is about service. I've done many videos on this, but today I would like to further explain the dynamics between the two, because when I was writing this and I was tagging people, a wonderful sister of light, Judith from South Africa, she does wonderful writing as well. Her name is Judith Kusel. And I really would like to share her writing because she was inspired through my own writing about twin flames. And I would like to read her short writing on this, her short take on this, her knowing and remembrance, which is very on the top, very spot on. And I would like to read it and share some of my own guidance within this, okay? So bear with me. She said this. Sometimes when we meet someone and it is a twin flame relationship, their remembrance of the fire, the passion, and the sheer intimate expression of the heart and soul can make the male or the male-centric parts within pull away because it fears the power. She wrote that after me saying in my article that it's usually the male counterpart, or the one in the reunion which experiences more unbalanced energies that are not within a complete equilibrium, that are more focused and have a tendency towards the more masculine aspects, that are more in the mind and the thinking through the relationship, but this relationship can only be felt through. So that is why she wrote this, because I was the one who made that implication, that it's usually through what people share with me and through what I'm going through myself, it's the male who experiences the runner syndrome. So I read on what she wrote. As twin flame relationships are very much heart-centered and the energy-centered, it is very different from other relationships, and two, as in a lot of respects, total opposites of one another. They are. As much as like are similar, alike, and resemblance one another, even to their face, they're very much opposites. This has to do with balance, for it is they are too much alike, then passion cannot, if they are too much alike, the passion cannot flare. And the two opposites really are one and the same aspects of the soul. When in harmony and balance, then the love becomes transcendental. This especially is true for the illuminated one soul group, which I belong to, she said, which is the group that I belong to as well. Yet, when out of balance, then the flame does tend to flicker to one side and then to the other and can scorch. The ultimate challenge, then, is to find perfect balance and equilibrium. That is not so easily reached, for in this lifetime, most twins will have accumulated some things and aspects as they journey through life, and ego often comes in the way of the best of intentions. I, for instance, and this is her experience, had 2 recurring dreams about my twin and our union, and every time I woke up feeling as if something within me was out of joint. The third time this happened, I set myself down and asked the higher guidance. It is then that love, divine love, suddenly poured into every single cell of fiber of my body through my emotional, physical, spiritual, and soul bodies. And with it, waves and waves of unconditional love, they came through. Then, as if like a mighty river, then flowed over my twin, and in that moment the love I felt for him was like an outpouring of the divine love, but through my own heart and soul. It was so immensely powerful and beautiful that in that moment I finally understood, this is very important, that love between twins is eternal and no one and nothing can ever separate them despite illusions. Yet, more than this, it is a sanctified union, for here one can only truly love another, reflecting so much of oneself back to one, if one truly loves oneself unconditionally. When the love of self that extends and overflows to embrace and love the other unconditionally, then this love itself is transcendental. It then rises in frequencies and vibrations and become a new creation of or third force, which I always say to creating the third, which has immense power when properly understood and used in higher service to mankind, to humankind. That is her writing, and I beautifully, beautifully resonate with all of that because it is true. And I would like to further give an emphasis to this, especially because a lot of our understanding of love is conditioned. It's coming from our part that is our personality part of us. The soul that is embodied in this body develops a personality, and we've been taught certain things, and we have these school for relationships, or religion teaches certain things and how relationships are supposed to be, how we are supposed to have this dynamic overflow in relationships, how we're supposed to interact with one another, in a typical 3D illusion of the relationship, which are supposed to be you meet each other, you get married, you have children, white picket fence, and so on. And all of that, and how your partner is supposed to behave, and what you deserve and what you don't deserve, and these typical limited beliefs about relationships, they're very much falling off right now. So what we're experiencing is we are each evolving, and therefore we are dissolving the old as well at the same time, synchronistically. And what is happening, this dualistic perception of relationships is falling apart. We no longer see them as such. We see them as our mirrors, as our divine counterparts, and we see that all is an energy. For example, when I go through challenges with my beloved, I will always see that if I am in that closed up space, if I'm not in my circle, and if I will step out and get focused to the external, or if it's the opposite, we will always both share the same energy. We'll always mirror this to each other. So this is a relationship that will always show you directly and exactly the where you are. It will show you where you are right now and what you are working with. It will be an instant mirror work. So for a lot of those people who ask themselves still more in the drama aspects and create this illusion of this perfected, human kind of love. And human love is just a part of the twin flame reunion. It's just tiny fraction, like a personality of the soul that is developed in this body is just a tiny fraction of the wholeness that you are, of all that you are in your completeness. So it's just this tiny part which needs to be nurtured, of course, which needs to be respected and also given attention to, but it's not to become focused on like it's 100%, like it's all that is, because personality love, human love, is just one fraction, one finger, tiny finger part of the consciousness, because the soul itself is a finger of consciousness. So the personality that is developed is even a tinier portion of it. So we have to understand our beliefs about how we're supposed to talk to each other are changing, because we need to understand that everything is based on a communication, but a communication that is based on the new, which is unconditional love and acceptance, which is what I wrote in my article. I said, We truly unconditionally love someone, and we can only assist them through holding the space, which is the feminine energy, which is now becoming more activated on the planet. Not just action and dominance and really having things under control, but the feminine, which is holding the space and always just is. We are embracing more of that. And our male counterparts are embracing more of their feminine, and we are equally together balancing the two within us. We need to have this balance within first, and this is what the twin flame relationships are about. This is what they're teaching us. This is what the love that is being poured out on the planet is about. So through them doing that mirror work for each other, we really realize that we can only assist them on their journey. For instance, if they're experiencing certain difficulties and hardships, we really can only help them by not pushing them and telling them, you know, this is how I see it and this is supposed to be good for you, because maybe in a certain point you will feel that you see things from a higher perspective and your partner still does not. Or you cannot force your twin to be with you. You cannot force someone to have the same feelings if you feel they are your counterpart and they don't have that knowing yet, if they have not yet awakened to that awareness. You cannot help them this way, because pushing in this complete balance that they share together as one unity soul that developed two personalities in this earthly lives is just creating the resistance, more resistance. So the more that you push, there's more resistance, because see, there's no balance. So the more that you pull away and energetically release all of that, all these blockages, all your expectations, all your personality beliefs about love and what you deserve and how you're supposed to be treated and how you're supposed to communicate your truth, is supposed to be let go and embraced and allowed the divine to overflow through both of you in this relationship and this union. So the thing is, you assist the other the most when you hold the space of your knowing and allow them to experience things on their own. If they want to experience grief, let them, allow them. If they want to experience separation, let them. This is for the highest good. You might not understand at the beginning, but at the end, you know, you will understand that this is for the greater blessing for both of you. This will serve you in immense ways, because in a way, what the other is going through and you feel you don't have to go through it yourself. Think of it, because everything is a mirror. They are your direct external, like mirroring that direct externally. Through that experience, they're mirroring also to you what is still within you, maybe laying dormant and not yet discovered, or you know, denied within you. But through that honesty, you can really see those aspects that might have been more hidden and not yet realized by you. But through your twin, you get to see that. It's not just through twin flame relationship, also other aspect, because there are people who don't have that physical embodiment aspect of their twin here. Their counterpart is not in the physical. But when you activate your inner twin flame heart from within, you will attract relationships that will mirror very similar energy to you. They will have the ability to mirror that, because understand this, the external is your direct mirror. So everything that is in your life will always mirror your inner awareness. It will always mirror the level of your unconditionality, the level of your compassion and love and understanding of things from the higher perspective. So if you come to this point that you feel, or either your twin flame has not yet acknowledged you, or either they're still not as aware as you, they're still working through some challenges that you think you might have worked on before, or you're at a different phase in your life, remember there is always a period, and I've been speaking about this in my writing about twin flame reunions, how they appear. This is one of my videos, twin flame reunions, how they are to happen. Watch that video if you still have not. I explained that, or read my article on my webpage about that. They actually, there's always a period of, you know, evening out. If you have like this curve, this is, for instance, your curve of awareness and awakening, and this is their curve. But at a certain point, if you think if they're growing like together, they will kind of like come together. You see, there's a point of like catching up. It's like with your own awareness and awakening, your bodies are catching up with your spirituality. Your physicality is kind of following the changes and shifts in your spirit. So it's the same in this reunion. Always remember, they are a direct reflection of yours. They will mirror everything that is still not yet acknowledged and recognized. It's all about the energy dynamics between the two of you. So when something is happening that you don't like, if there's a resistance or there's something that is more of the lower emotional bodies that comes through, you have to know there has to be great releasing done still. Because we keep releasing, and this is a process that none of us knows, you know, when it's coming to a certain phase that will be followed by another phase, because we get surprised by these light packages, and we keep being surprised by this, and it's good. We have to allow ourselves to be surprised. We have to allow this process to unwind naturally, because everything that is done under the illusion of control really does not serve us from the higher point of view. So remember, you can assist your twin the most when you allow them to experience, because you don't understand why their part of personality, why their soul wants to experience things in this way, and how this is basically serving you both in the grander scheme of things in the long run. You don't understand, because you have to know each and every one of you has chosen a specific part that you play here on earth. You have pre-chosen this on a soul level, and you don't always understand this from a personality point of view. So you don't understand why you have to go through all this drama. It's how you see it from a personality point of view. Basically, it's like how it's being outplayed on this physical journey. And you don't always understand. Your personality will keep calling out, like, I don't know, why does it have to be so hard? And that's why the one that is not so much in the heart living space, the one that is not so much yet heart-centered, will have more difficulty, but the other will serve them more if they just keep holding the space, serving in their own way. Like, for instance, if I do what I do, I keep serving, I keep doing, I keep being the love that I am, I keep serving the light through being the light embodied, then the other naturally follows, because it's all about the balance. And they will tend, like in this great fusion, they will tend to this evening out. They will, because they're always connected, you see. Like my friend has realized, nothing can ever separate them. No event, no physical illusion, no physical hardship. On the long run, this is bringing us together, no matter how we get to serve this planet, together or separately or apart, it doesn't matter, because we basically are always one in the grander scheme of things, and the truth of how creation is created through source. So it's more about, what is the purpose of this healing between the two of you, and what is the purpose of your reunion? And remember what you each individually have come here to experience, because the experiences that you're going through, you will be embodying them once you master them, and this will be your level of teaching here to others, to humanity. This will be your service you will provide, and this is the importance, not the romance and emphasizing the human love aspect, which is, what you deserve, what they are supposed to offer to you. It's what we've been manipulated to believe, and it's the phase that no longer serves humanity on this higher level of awareness. So we need to really surrender it and let go. I hope this helps. I hope I can share more, because I have so much to offer on this level, and I can't put it all in just one video. And Spirit told me that I really am here to support other couplings that are going through this, because I'm going through this myself. And besides my regular Skype sessions, which I don't have publicly published, because I don't like to advertise myself. All those of you who know me more personally might know this already. I don't like, it's not who I am, but I do have that written in the contact section of my webpage, that I also do write that, and I do have my email address there. So anyone who would ever be guided to more intimately and personally work with me is invited to do so. And those who would specifically request a twin flame guidance are also now really invited and welcome to work with me on that level. And I hope I get to assist as much of you. And I'll keep posting my writings about this. So do keep updated. Do stay connected and updated. And I'll talk to all of you very soon. Take care. Lots of love. Bye.